This is FNGR, and this is the continuation of the discussion with DoodleTones, Dillon Thomas, Midnight Anubis. Manga Kamen joins this time around, as well as Renegade Master. And I think Kurome, aka Meg. Don't have to pay attention to Meg, I certainly don't. We talk all things CCA. Also, MegaDoop, we all think you're an absolute fucking meme. Get wrecked. God.
What is that?
Legit clip. That's a legit 2-minute clip from their argument on 2-6.
I was wondering, I was so confused, and I'm like, what were they arguing about when I watched Jim's video? What? Were they drunk or high? I know very little of Naked Ape other than he's a dick, and that's the only thing I heard.
Naked Ape was having a very professional stance on it. He's saying, look, I don't believe that being a different race makes you superior. But we have the evidence that proves that people of different races have different genetics. We can prove it, and that does help your traits in your body. It can help you prevent catching certain diseases. It can make you catch certain diseases. That's what he was saying. And then Kraut was like, we don't have 100% proof, so I'm not agreeing with you. And it's like, what? Okay, let's just take what I'm saying at face value. We'll look at the research. We'll agree that this is the best we have for now. And if something comes up to disprove it later,
yeah, that's science.
That.
Yeah. No, I gotcha.
Yeah. No, there's molecular research. Will I accept your claim?
Yeah, science.
Hey, look.
What else is he going to put in the not safe for work section?
That terabyte of Sonic porn isn't going to download itself.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Somebody had to go for the cheap shot, and I'm damned if it wasn't going to be me. It's Shadow the Hedgehog Day. It's heavy downloads. That's all there is to it.
Oh, no.
Oh,
all right,
no.
so, yeah, no, so I have to ask now, since we're doing this, yes or no on putting up this discussion?
What do you mean, putting up the discussion?
Okay, you say no, the recording dies. That's how I'm putting it. I just decided to record.
You've been recording.
You could tell me no, and it doesn't come out. You could tell me no, and it doesn't come out. I did stop recording during the Kraut thing, because I didn't want to have to edit that out, because I don't want to get ripped off of YouTube, just in case. But you didn't say anything incriminating, and if you want to go through it first before I put it up, that's fine too. I was like, look, here's...
Honestly, I don't care. It just makes my job easier.
Woot. Okay, then cool. Dylan could be mad at me later. Fine.
Well, I think he was going to be mad at you anyway.
Yeah, probably. You made a good bum rush today, Doodle. Balls. Big, beautiful balls. You pulled it off.
I zoned out of this conversation for like 2 seconds, and I just heard something about big, beautiful balls.
Yep.
And I spent the whole time cooking lunch, so that's so I really contributed.
Well, today is Friday.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you got your drumming for Friday after all, Anthony.
Yeah, I did. Oh, beautiful!
I reset my modem.
Yeah.
I reset my modem.
It sounds beautiful.
Be fine.
Yeah. By the way, Dylan, I've been. Well, here's the bad news, Dylan. I've been recording. Doodle said yes. You have to say yes now. Can I put this up?
I don't fucking care.
Cool.
But
that cleared up.
I was actually about to say, let's get back on topic to the Thai thing. This feels like DHT Live, and I somehow got completely distracted into talking about this thing.
This was also pretty recurring in the chat earlier.
Well, at least Doodle's here, so that way it doesn't feel too out of place.
Hey.
Oh god, we're going retro with DHT Live.
That's fair.
Going 4-dimension.
That's fair.
Yes, you can put it on the fridge.
Swallow and put myself in the hospital with. That's just what I wanted.
God damn it, Kurome.
Kurome, you're the reason why fucking McDonald's hot coffee labels are there.
Yeah, he's basically the old person who
There's a reason why we call him Meg.
So, Dylan X Marsh or Dylan X Kurome? Which is worse?
Dylan. Isn't Kurome younger?
What?
I think I'm younger. I think like me and Doodle are the same age, so it's like I'm pretty sure Kurome's old.
I thought Dylan would have been older. Damn it! I just looked at Kurome's age.
I'm a fucking scrub. If you want to ever fucking write off anything, it's fucking hormones. Fucking hormones from being 20.
Yeah, I just looked at Kurome's age. It's like 22.
Yeah. Did you not think I was 22? What age did you think I was?
Huh.
One, I don't have you as a contact. Two, I just clicked view profile.
I thought you had me in Discord, though.
Yes, but I don't think
you're one of the oldest people in the chat.
23,
Yeah.
24.
I'm a
The
senior
reason-
citizen.
To get back on topic,
20.
the main reason why I didn't like Ty's video is, no matter which way I look at it, no matter which way I want to excuse things, I could say he's emotional, but no matter what, it all comes down to the fact that I felt like Ty was playing moral authority with his opposition.
Oh, I fully with that. I'm fully with that.
Yeah, and that
Do not
sickens
get
me.
dude.
I don't like people playing the moral authority card because that's one of the main reasons why I'm not so religious anymore.
Yeah, no, again, do not get it. Do not get the wrong idea. I didn't like Ty's video. I didn't like Foxwell's video. I didn't like Jonah's video. I didn't like Dragon's video. I didn't like any video out of that
I didn't
fucking
like
tree.
Jonah's video, and I didn't really like Foxwell's response too well either. Mainly because
Yeah.
I feel like Jonah could have been ripped a new one way easier.
Yeah.
But what?
Still need a round 3 to settle it, though.
Like all that would need to happen for Foxwell to really own Jonah is take all my points and just put them in that video.
Oh, yeah.
That's
just
all
all
he
agree.
had to do.
Can we just all agree I was the best part about Foxwell's video?
I need to rewatch Foxwell's video. I didn't know you were there.
I didn't even notice
I had
this.
a very brief cameo. Like it was like I think it
Very
was.
brief. Because
yeah,
By
it
that
was like
logic,
literally
Michael
Fox-
Schumer was the best
Fox-
part
some
of
people think I'm a
Jonas.
moron or something. And I was like,
Foxwell like was at the ready to just throw out an underhanded tactic to use the canned commentary's final thoughts for what seemed to be no reason at all.
Did he do that?
Got to be a better
He
strategist.
did that.
I need to rewatch his video because apparently I didn't pay
He just-
attention because that does seem
he just
quite underhanded.
All he did was like just play the Jonah's final thoughts to the CanCom and expected that to speak for him.
Well, what was
When-
his point
no.
that he was trying to make? Because I don't get what that does to anything besides
was-
paint that
was
Jonah's
trying
gonna
to-
give shit in the past.
I think he was trying to play hypocrisy, but that's like using that's just trying to use like Ryan's episode 16 to say that Ryan can't complain about making emotional videos.
Well, that's
Cough,
that's,
cough, Ernie.
that's fucking dumb because like even if he's playing the whole hypocrisy card, he's never listened to my arguments then like he said he has because I've openly said hypocrisy doesn't win you the point and hypocrisy doesn't prove your opponent wrong. It's a tactic used to discredit them. You have to know
Basically.
you're discrediting your opponent if you're claiming hypocrisy.
Yep.
And there's no
At
point
best-
in discrediting Jonah. He's
Exactly.
not that hard of a target.
Exactly.
At that point, it
He's
just
really
shows that your
not.
opponent's hard to
Oh,
take
yeah, no.
seriously, though.
I actually, yesterday I had mentioned, have you ever wrote a script that you didn't expect to ever, like, make into a video?
Yeah,
I was
Kurome
doing
pointed
that with-
out. He pointed that out right before you went on your Twitter rant, and I'm like, oh no, this is coincidental.
Oh no!
No, there's no coincidences behind that. I had done that with Foxwell's video, and I had begun to do that with your video, but I didn't get around to it because I wasn't angry anymore. I had, like,
Yeah.
vented all of my frustrations out on Foxwell,
I
and
said this
that was good
openly.
enough for me.
I said this
Actually,
openly to
speaking of
Kurome
Jonah.
and for no good reason. I'm like, I hope Doodle doesn't respond because I really don't want to
Oh,
get
no.
into this. I'm like, this would
No,
be
I
terrible.
was-
The response would be bad on my end, and it would just be a fuck fest.
Oh, you want to talk bad responses? Look
I-
at the comment section on Jonas' top 10. So many people got on his ass.
Okay, Doodle, you're here. Do you think Jonah plagiarized you? Honestly.
No, not really. He was making,
I
or
think he
had
stole
started
your
hit.
shit word
Here's-
for word.
Here's the thing. He had. I could make a case for him actually have plagiarizing me, but I can also make a case for it not being the case. Because he and I were in the same. Like, he and I were in a call, and he had started working on his before I had released the test build of mine.
See,
So
that-
I could make a case. I could make a case for him going back in and rewriting his entire final thoughts to fit mine. I could make a case for that, and that's fair. But I don't think he did that. I don't want he did that.
I had
guess
two-
is what I'm trying to
I
say.
had- I had two theories to why his video ended up being so similar to yours. Theory one is he was just trying to fucking write off the success of your video and just wanted attention. Theory two was the more plausible. You were mentoring him and have been mentoring him, and therefore he's picked up your style to the point to where he's basically a Doodle clone.
Oh no!
That
And when
last
you have
part,
when
no,
you have
but-
someone
We
when you're
have a lot of
mentoring
those.
someone, they
Yeah.
take your points
Okay.
and they take your style, but they never execute it quite properly. In case you haven't noticed, Doodle, Dustin Makes Vids is one of my people on mentoring. He
I
has
actually
a lot
would
of
never
my
have saw that one.
points. He has a lot of
I
my
actually would have
points.
never saw
Has my
that one.
editing style, but he doesn't quite pull my points to my standards.
It's
Oh,
kind of fucked up that even I have a clone.
But
I would say I don't, but I would be lying.
Everyone off in the same style I do. He walked into a room and said, "Why can't we do what we want?"
Yeah.
well, I
Oh, we got Manga coming.
Hey, Manga.
Hey, Manga. This is
No,
all...
your eyes don't deceive you. Doodle is in the call.
Hey, Manga. This is all my fault.
mean, long time no speak.
I like Anubis.
Hey, Doodle, how you doing?
I've been trying to get Anubis in here.
I'm doing all right.
Well, at least your heat's not broken like mine, I hope.
Oh,
Rip.
I'm freezing my ass
no,
off.
Yeah, Doodle, that's another question I
have-
wanted to ask you. Why wasn't Ernie at number 1? That's an
Oh.
honest piece. I
Oh,
have with you.
jeez.
Ernie earned the spot of being the worst of 2017.
Dylan was outrageous.
Which one? His tryout? His tryout for that
Tryout.
live stream.
He earned it. He earned it.
Try up.
Here's the thing. If it wasn't for the fact that I have a 1 per commentator rule,
Right.
Oh, damn it. Is that
His
really what
video-
did it?
his
That
video would have also
counted
his.
Richard.
It probably wouldn't have been number 1 because I still hated fucking Awesome Face Prod's videos so much
That
more.
was pretty bad.
But
yeah.
his tryout with Jim and Chirp would have probably also been on the list if it wasn't for the 1 per commentator rule.
Oh,
It for sure would have been on the list.
I
could've given you
told Ernie, I was in a call with him the other day. I'm like, you earned number 1. You're always number 1 worst in my book.
Oh, wow. Break his kneecaps while you're at it.
He said, thank you.
Both of them gave me.
Also,
He
I
said
really
thank
await
you, and then Jorm
Manga's next
said-
response. It's like, Matt Pat broke my heating.
Jorm said this. He's like, at least you're number 1 at something, Ernie. And I'm like, great.
That's great. That's great.
I've been begging Ernie to get back in the commentaries and not to end with that on his resume, but if he wants to end with that, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, he can. I honestly feel like he has potential. If he wanted to, he could fix his reputation and try to better himself, at least as a commentator, and not care so much about his CC reputation.
It's like I've told him
At the very
privately
least.
that he could just use that negative hate he got as motivation to do better.
That's
but
what
he
I
just
honestly feel like fucked him and me over a year ago. We cared so much about what the people in the community thought about us that we didn't actually care to think, was our video good to us?
Yeah.
And when looking back on it, I can't say 100% that my emotion versus logic video is good. I can't say it's good. And that's it. I've come to that conclusion after rewatching the video. It's a fuck. It's fucked. I don't like it. It's a fuck.
Guys.
It's a fuck. I didn't like the
It is a
video
fuck.
now.
A singular
Guys,
fuck.
weren't we talking about Ty at some point?
We
Yes,
are
we
still
kinda-
talking about Ty. We
Yeah.
are talking about Ty. It's just this is a side conversation to that. And fucking to rope it back to Ty, I honestly feel like that the main thing that made us so fucked in 2017 is so many people were cared about upholding the reputation of commentators that we quit actually trying to debunk commentators.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like all the shit that's been going on in the last little while, I'm like,
I don't
okay,
know if I
screw
can-
these guys.
I don't know
We
if I
don't need
I don't
to
know if I
fight
can agree
the
with that.
honor of people. Like that's what Ty was doing to you. He was fighting to defend your honor, and it's like I didn't like the video because of that.
I mean, can I say something about that right there?
Yes, go ahead.
Well, I remember when I did my semi-not-so-serious commentary on Ryan and stuff like that, and I'm like thinking, okay, he does that, and later I hear from him in the stream that he did with Silver like a couple months ago where he told me that there's the bounty on Manga Comment if he can make a good commentary, and I hear him say, I didn't even watch the commentary that he did on me simply because it was 10 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
I'm like thinking,
we just
Yeah, and then apparently there was that shit show on Twitter
Oh,
where
yeah,
people were
Doodle,
saying
if you-
videos could be 40 minutes
if you
long and
need
no
to
one
know-
should care.
If you need to know,
Oh.
that was the main reason why I was upset. If I had to give the main reason why I was upset with Ty, it was Ty said as soon as he said doodle diapers, I lost interest in the video, and he
like,
didn't.
congrats, an insult doesn't mean anything.
And it's like, Ty, are you openly telling me you as a commentator gave up on your material because they said something that triggered you?
it's frustrating.
That's my main point
No,
of opposition to him.
Again, when I've because I've rewatched your video on Ty several times because that's the only way I can watch Ty's video. Ty's point is
I
that
can
he
re-upload
didn't.
Ty's video if we need to. I think
no,
I have
apparently it's unlisted and I didn't know that. But
You can find
No,
in the
it's
description of Dylan's video.
a bit longer.
Oh yeah, you can. I forgot about that.
You guys check history too.
regardless, it's like his point was when it came to the doodle diapers thing. His point was that he wasn't trying with with the Doodle Diver shot.
Yeah, but that shouldn't
However,
make
yeah, he did later on say it's like, oh, you know, if your intro is just bitter and like hateful nothingness, then I'm gonna tune out. And at that point, I'm like, yeah, I can see why people said Ty was on a moral high horse. I can very well see that.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like
But
that.
like throughout the video, you just assumed that it was the fact that it was Doodle Diapers and the misgendering.
Well,
and
I
not
watched the video.
actually.
I watched
Yeah.
the video several times, and I have to piece together some sort of motivation to why he did this, and that seems like the most logical motivation. Because I don't just watch
No,
the video once and then
it's-
respond. It seems like that's
It-
legit it. Because something offended him to the point to where he tuned out the video. Something offended him to the point where he felt like he needed
Well,
to make this
consider-
response. That seems like it.
Consider the fact that Ty had also hit Dragon in the past with a video that was actually very akin to his
I'm gonna
video
watch
on me.
it. I'm gonna watch it, and I swear to God, if he gets triggered because fucking mean fucking troll boy said Mr. Enter has autism, I'm hitting that too. And like, if we're stooping to the point to where some fucking idiot says you have autism and you tune out, you're a retard. You're a fucking retard. You're a commentator. Debunk this man.
Well, Dylan.
Can I
Dylan,
just toss this whole thing in
well,
here?
no, Ty does actually go on to debunk
I hope
Dragon.
he does, because I got really disappointed that no one bothered to actually try to hit fucking Dragon's points. Like, Dragon
Yeah.
did have
no,
points. They're not
no,
good either.
I
That seems
know.
to be something
trust
all of
me,
us agree on. He should have hit
was-
his points.
That's what I threw out there when it came to both my Twitter thing and my video and my year-end list. When I was talking about Dragon's video, Dragon's points were shit. Notice how
I don't like
You're
Dragon's
barely
video
fucking
either.
glossed.
I don't like Dragon's video either.
I barely glossed over his quote unquote troll tactics or blatant attacking,
Yeah.
whichever side you stand on, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I barely glossed over that because his points were shit, regardless.
The version of the video you
But-
saw was a fixed version of the original video. In the original video that I was going to do on Ty, I had insulted him a few times, which I didn't like, so I cut that out. And I was originally going to pull a DoodleTones and cover fucking What's-His-Face's video while I'm there too. And I'm like, no. It's like, it doesn't need to be there. If anybody wants to hit Dragon, they can. I'm only here to hit Ty. I almost hit Dragon's video, though, because that's how much I don't like it. I didn't like Dragon's video. People think I'm defending the guy and that I honestly liked his content. It's like, no. I just think he should have the right to be an edgelord in private, and you guys should ignore him.
Wait,
Because he wants a response. He wants
Didn't
a
you
fucking
just said that in the video, Dylan?
Wait.
I
Hold
did
on.
say that, didn't I? That he just wants to be an edgelord? He wants to
That-
say edgy
Yeah,
things,
but-
and if you give him
That
the
doesn't
response, you're giving him what he
translate to,
wants.
I didn't like this original video either.
Dylan,
Well, I didn't like it.
Yeah, Dylan,
I'll
there's
say
a-
that.
are we going to mention?
There's a reason why there's something called a disclaimer, Dylan.
Okay.
I can add that if you guys want. I didn't like
I'm
Dragon's
not saying.
video.
I'm not
You
saying
don't
that
have to,
I'm
but
just
if
saying.
people are screaming, "Oh, you're just defending Dragon," I just say, "Yeah, maybe."
Yeah. Quick question, Dylan. Are we going to mention the rant thing?
What rant thing?
The one dude who's doing the look at the CC. That guy.
Oh, he's in this
Oh.
chat still.
Yeah.
Fucking
Douglas.
that kid
Oh, yeah,
Douglas
that
is
dork.
here.
Now, to be
Oh.
completely clear, I want to
He
stay on the
actually-
level. I said don't
I'm
trust
gonna be
him.
honest with you, Doodle. I'm gonna be honest with you, Doodle, and I'm gonna help you before he actually does what he wants to. He is upset with you, actually upset, not like me upset to where I'll get over it in a week. He is honestly actually upset, and if you apologize, he might actually be willing to get onto your level. The main thing that he's upset about is that you said mean things in the live stream, which I really think it's dumb, but it's like, whatever.
Please
Look,
ranting.
all I said,
okay, that's-
look, my opinion on Douglas's video on the CC has changed over the course of time. I like if you look back, I think it was the Contrast steamer stream. I basically said, Douglas's video, I can see where he's coming from. I think he's got like maybe a handful of a grasp of what's actually going on when it comes to some of these dramas and stuff like that. But overall, I think it's okay. But the more that I watch it, the more I'm like, Douglas really does play underhanded. Like, one of the things that I can think of offhand is, his whole point about how, Doodle says that she doesn't want to assume all of these things. And then he does that following a clip that he takes out of context about how I didn't want to assume that people who would deal with the same kind of shit that I did under the Medicare situation, would utilize the block button. That was the context of my thing, and he took that and then just blew that out of proportion into an entire huge rant about how, Doodle will assume, Doodle is a hypocrite, Doodle can't stand behind her own shit, or what have you. The more that I watch it, the more that I find little things like that.
One thing that I didn't like about his video, and this is something I will be willing to tell him, is that instead of saying like I do or like the old CC does, where we say people in the CC tend to use SJW tactics or arguments, he openly just called you an SJW. And I'm like, I don't think that's a smart idea to just openly call them an SJW. You could say, they used an SJW argument, here's what it is, here's why I think you shouldn't be using the argument. But I don't think it's smart to just call someone an SJW and just leave it at that.
Which is why you did so with Ty, right?
No, I said you're using SJW tactics, which moral shaming is the king of SJW tactics.
There's a point in that video where you say, and I quote, not quite, point for point, but, and I quote, tell me why you're not an SJW.
Yeah, I didn't say he was an SJW. I want to know why he thinks he's not an SJW. And I openly
And that's a fair question.
At one point, I was an SJW when I was defending you. I say that in my video. I'm like, I was an SJW when I got fucking offended because people were caring about kinks. I got caught up in a stupid fucking argument, and I got into fucking fighting against Mr. Medicare of all people about fucking diaper kinks. It's retarded. Why was I involved in this?
That was a good promo.
It's like, why was I involved in this fucking shit? Like, I can't look back at that and not see me. I can't look back at that and not see me as an SJW in that situation.
All right,
and the best insult
I want to ask a question to Doodle, which I know Dylan will give a different answer to. Let's say we would have gone on and won. Would we have copped to being wrong? I know I wouldn't have. Let's pretend that you, me, Caden, and the other guy I don't choose to remember because I'm going to keep his name out of it, went on, fought Medicare, kicked his ass. He never recovered from it. Would we have admitted we were wrong?
If we beat Medicare and then someone pointed out the same things that Medicare said to me, I still would have realized that I was wrong, and I still would have defended Jar.
That's why
everything would have played out the way.
That's what I was asking Doodle though. Had we gone on and fought Medicare and won, would you have gone, maybe we weren't exactly right?
Looking back at it in hindsight, you guys would not have won.
Oh yeah, there's no fucking way. It had to be fairy.
You would have been destroyed.
This is a hypothetical.
Yeah.
This is a hypothetical.
This is clearly a hypothetical.
If we would have kept it together, we think we could have took them, just because there would have been like 3 of us, as long as we didn't start fighting amongst ourselves, which probably maybe kind of would have happened.
Personally, I don't think we could have ever won because we were battling for morals, and it's never gonna work. When someone has logic against morals, we're gonna lose.
Wait, when did Medicare have logic?
Well, his logic
that
is
is
you're
a pretty good question.
His logic is you're a fucking weirdo for being into this shit. How do you fight that logic? How do you fight
He's a
that?
weirdo
To be fair, my
my
Medicare video had one goal in mind, and that was to not witch hunt these fucking nobodies on BBNR. I thought that was pretty much what everyone kind of saw out of that video, but no, people just saw me whinging over pointless bullshit.
I don't know why.
Hold on a minute. I get that you're talking about Medicare here, but honestly, if you're talking about something like that, he didn't, in his response to you, he didn't really even address that. He just said, "Oh, I'm causing witch hunts," and I'm like thinking, okay, you're not really debating it. You're just doing like you're basically being ironic here and doing your own commentary on Doodle right here. You're not really disproving anything.
At this point, we all kind of should know that was my main point against Medicare, and you could argue whether or not that's correct or not. It's at this point, that conversation is long since over. But
my counter argument,
that was the main point.
Don't we all commit witch hunts, though, and intentional or not? Don't we all end up committing?
Dylan, I don't know why you're asking that ironically, like I'm not aware of it.
I'm the hypothetical head of the Doodle hate squad, so I think I know a little bit about sending
hypothetical.
We're not trying to actually send hate.
The least he could do is not sit there and snarkily say, I'm not an art critic, but maybe some of you guys are. If you guys could go to Mastermind Taker and give some of those positive vibes, I'm sure they'd love to hear it. In like such a sarcastic manner that it kind of implies, go to this person and tell them that their art is fucking shit.
Okay,
that's what I was gonna say. It's like he was legit just playing the character right.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
Yeah.
But the least he could do, I'm not even saying that he can't be a snarky asshole towards fetishism. In fact, at the end of the day, that wasn't what my video was. In fact, even emotionally charged, I skipped over most of him just poking fun at the fetish because I didn't care.
At the end of the day,
I skipped over most of that.
At the end of the day, I think the best thing you could have told him would be slap on a disclaimer. That's the best thing I think you could have told him.
But people do know, though.
Least, or if you're going to be talking like smaller artists who are just getting started, or artists who aren't really highlighted, at least don't put their usernames, because that kind of thing. Because I have talked to a bunch of artists who have gotten covered by some people who, like the DA cringe artists and stuff like that. They actually fit.
You gotta look at Mr. Mediker's philosophy of the internet. If you're willing to put your name on it, you're opening yourself up to critique. I'm not saying I 100% agree with it, but he sees it as they posted it with their name on it, so he has the right to credit them.
I can somewhat agree with that, largely because if you post something publicly to the internet, it's open to criticism.
Well, hold up here. I wanted to come back to Manga's point here, because the person I came straight from was dead on point for that. I'd come from dealing with the fandom menace who was going around harassing the shit out of artists and specific individuals. And I was like, okay, Conquer 9, fandom menace. Oh, there's just another one of those faggots. I didn't know who Jim was. I just glanced at it as like, this looks like the next logical step. I'm doing pretty good against
someone would have called him Jim when I was around. I didn't know he was Jim. I didn't know who Mr. Mediker was.
It was my fault for not doing any fucking research. I was like, yeah, I could take him.
If I knew it was Jim,
I could have told you guys who it was.
I could
have told you guys who it was. I knew who it was because at the time I was a fan of his content.
That's why I admit to me being in the fault. I admit to me being in the fault in that because in all the DHT lives or doodle streams I was in with you, I didn't once say, who is this Mediker guy? I'm like, so this Mediker guy's fucking with you guys. I guess I might hop in on this. I didn't actually do my research.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. You guys were challenging Mr. Mediker. You guys didn't even bother to ask me to join this thing. I knew who he was, god damn it.
We didn't even, were you even CC? Were you even CC Common?
Anthony did.
I didn't know. Hold it. Were you even doing CC back then, Common?
Yes, I was.
Yes, he was.
Well, okay. I want to explain this to you. I didn't want to get my cute, cuddly cinnamon roll beat up by Mr.
Guys, we know how well you handle yourself against Matt Pat.
None of us knew you for anything more than
Doodle, let me tell you, did you see MapHack's response to fucking Manga Common?
I saw that whole fucking live stream, and I actually wanted to go in and just tear the fuck that entire live stream apart.
It's still funny.
I hated that.
That's one thing I never like about anybody when they do these responses. They always have a layer of smugness to it, and it's unironic smugness, and it's like, it's just such a bad look.
Well, okay, Dylan, your average person. That's why I asked Dylan that question, or Doodle that question. When people don't have to be nice people, they won't. Generally won't. It's the same reason why Digi's a complete faggot. He whined and complained, he got what he wanted. If people can get away with being horrible people and get everything they want, why would they change? There's no reason.
Well, have you seen Digi's numbers? They're sucking right now.
How's his
Patreon?
I was about to say, how's his Patreon
right now? He's pulling a spoonie.
But the thing that I do is, this is how I see myself, and if anybody else sees me differently, they can point out terrible things I've done. I say stupid things. I say retarded things, but I don't actually hurt people. I don't actually go out of my way to hurt people like actual cyberbullies. That's why I don't consider myself to be a full-on cyberbully, because I just say stupid shit. I don't actually I don't actually have malice behind the stupid shit I'm saying.
Technically, Dylan, I've gone back and talked to Mediker, and he'll respond to my responses and not bring up, oh, you're that faggot. No, I wouldn't say Doodle should do that, but you can probably get away with it, Dylan. You can probably talk.
I probably couldn't get away with doing that.
Oh,
wow! That was a really bad time to glitch. I can't tell if you were angry, if that was just Skype.
No. I'm just like, no, that would not be a good idea.
I was
shocked. Is your sound card going out still?
Yeah. What? Oh no!
It's good now.
It's about the yearly. It's about the annual. Doodle needs a new mic. That's
What exactly mic are you using?
It's a a Plantronics game come. Like
I think you may need to upgrade.
If you're looking for a $60 mic, I could give a headset that I'm using right now if you want it. Here, I can recommend it.
Regardless, it doesn't really matter
Okay,
what brand I tend to use. It normally only lasts about a year anyway.
I've had
This one for $10, you could get a warranty on this one.
I've had this mic for a year, and I paid $80 for the stand and the mic, and it appears to be fine.
Well,
okay, I'm just looking at Digibro's stats. He's doing fine.
Yeah.
I don't use a standalone mic because of the voice changer. Like the voice changer that I use actually basically straight up tells you use this with a headset. Don't use this with a standalone mic. So.
But just in case you change your mind, this is the headset I'd recommend, and you can get a 3 to 4 year warranty for, $60 an extra $20. You won't have to keep replacing it.
Ah, God, my dog's barking. I'll be right back.
Don't worry, just gotta put down my dog again.
Again? How many times could you possibly put down a dog before its day's done?
Numerous times he's got to feel it's done.
In defense of Medicare, it's the same reason why when I talked about Daddy 05 a little bit, and I was like, look, I could have learned about that from anywhere. I could have learned about it from Boogie or Philip DeFranco, but I clicked on the Edgelords video. I clicked on Jim's, and he kept my attention long enough to fucking find out about it. So don't say there isn't a need for it.
That's why for a while I was a fan of Medicare's. Like I had stayed subbed to Medicare for a good solid year and a half before he released that first Deviants video.
I don't like the Deviants series. I'll be completely honest with you. It just isn't my bag, but I do like the rest.
I'm not a fan of cringe compilations either. So.
I do like Internet and Sand. It's something I can't look away from.
Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
To answer your question, though, for no good reason.
Yeah.
If I had to, I'd be more than willing to get into a conversation with Jim or a stream with Jim now. Yeah. Because I openly admit what I did was fucking autistic, and I'm ashamed of it. And I've moved on since then. I've become openly critical to everything. So I think it's fair. I think it's fair if we ended up talking eventually, me and Medicare. I don't care if he fucking calls me autistic for liking Sonic or anything, because it is a dumb thing to like.
Yeah, I don't think you'd last less than a minute. The chat would repeat to shreds the minute you were added.
Yeah, it's like, I get it. I like Sonic. I get it. I get the joke.
Yeah, he likes the body pillow up his ass. All the Tostinos.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
Fucking Tostinos.
The
Oh my
Maui.
god. That meme is the best. Whoa! Have you seen my fucking Twitter profile pic? It's fucking terrible. It's this European Sonic costume playing soccer, and it's fucking great. I love it.
Yeah, I see it. Yet it looks slightly better than the Sonic ice cream.
So Common, when you got on here today, did you expect any of this?
Yeah, I did, because I read the chat.
Oh, okay. Take all the fat.
Someone didn't roll out of bed and immediately get drugged into a call.
Well, technically...
I assumed you were going to be screaming at me later. I was assuming Doodle was going to talk to everybody. It was going to all get smoothed out. Why did you have me wait for me? You guys are all assholes. Get the fuck out of my chat.
To be fair,
And then he goes first.
I'm not an asshole like that.
I went out to get lunch when you guys started the call,
Ugh.
Oh, okay.
and I left my computer on. And
Well, he's got to find a way to beat the meat, so.
But personally, I would like it if all the fucking infighting in the CC could stop.
Oh no, I would. That's one thing where you and I fully fucking agree at this point.
So hold on a minute. Who exactly is infighting at the moment, if you don't mind me asking?
There's people who are sucking up to me, and then there's people who are sucking up to Doodle, and it's a big problem because now there's two sides of suck-ups.
It's not even just you and I at this point. There's also, what is it? There's the whole infighting with CAN, with the Corporation of Alternative Nitpickers,
I went in there
regarding the whole Foxwell versus Jonah thing that was going on.
Doodle, I went in there and I legitimately tried to help their problem, but they didn't want to listen, so I left.
Oh,
my whole thing is they don't communicate with each other. I told them that. I'm like, you need to have more group calls. If you have a problem with someone, don't bitch at them in the chat. Get them at a call and talk to them face to face.
The whole Joe Smith thing could have been prevented easily.
If you text them, they can take the text and misconstrue it in any way, accidentally or on purpose. But if you call them and call them fucking dumb to their face, there's no way to take that out of context.
The whole can shit is dumb. I think we can all agree.
And I honestly feel like it's because Night Tie isn't being a leader. And if I had to say it now...
Night Tie runs CAN like a goddamn dictatorship,
Dylan?
honestly.
Dylan, how did I tell you about Foxwell?
I wouldn't say dictatorship because he doesn't do anything. I wouldn't say dictatorship because all the time I was in there, he couldn't decide on anything. He couldn't even decide on, us group calling instead of having bitch fits in the chat. Well,
to be honest, I was running con more than he was.
That's depressing.
I tried to help him. Doodle, I've been legitimately trying to fix the CC. Legitimately trying to fix or burn down the CC. I'll admit that.
Or burn down.
Legitimately.
Okay.
So
whichever
you have to kill it first, apparently.
Whichever takes the effects first. I'm burning the roots and trimming the branches.
He has been working very hard in two opposite directions.
Yeah.
I've been trying my hardest to either fix the community or watch it die. One or the other.
You can see why I've gravitated towards Dillon.
Of course.
It's like there's the fact of the matter. Some people are just not born to lead, and Foxwell's one of those people.
Yeah, because honestly,
damn it, he beat me to it.
Anytime there's a major decision he has to pull, I notice it's like, Kurome, please help me.
He could have easily cooled his tits and settled things decently with Jonah, but he didn't.
I still think, and I'm gonna say this, Doodle, I know this is someone you've been working with, and it's someone that you trust to an extent, but I don't trust Jonah. I feel like he's hiding something. I don't trust him.
Jonah, look, I don't think Jonah has that kind of bone in his body.
It's weird because the alt CC gave him a full position to get his story out, and he denied it. And if they wanted to,
and I can tell you that considering the people who I've hung around with and how long I've hung around them, nobody trusts the alt CC.
I know, but it's when the alt CC started actually doing reporting instead of fucking just making hit pieces. It's still hit pieces, but it's semi-reporting. Yeah. And I'm mostly accredited for pushing them in that direction.
All right, Dillon. How much are we telling her?
Just that.
Okay. No. I'm cool. You got it, boss.
Implying I could use any of that against you guys?
Well, I don't know. I thought well, here's the whole thing. Once I get in the nasty habit once I start talking to keep talking.
You know how
not helping me recording this conversation too, right?
You know how he is recording this. Yeah. You know how when everyone threw Dork Scythe out, how I temporarily took control of the alt. That's what he was gonna talk about. And it's not really needed to be talked about because it's public information, because Sketch made it public information that I took control of the alt for a bit.
Yeah.
Because Dork Scythe and friends had actually formed a dictatorship. And I had to fucking activate the no hierarchy clause and kick them all out.
You activated Dillon's trap card.
Like there was a clause made into the alt CC's foundation to where if a hierarchy ever formed, we're supposed to destroy it.
Oh,
and
Dillon.
kick anyone who formed a hierarchy.
You've mentioned this before, and I don't want to let this go by as uncomfortable as making it. You were talking about, like, there might be a list of commentary rules laying around somewhere. Might as well ask that.
I keep hearing of this, and I told Doodle this when I first started looking into the CC. I'm like, I keep hearing that there's a CC guidelines, and I keep hearing there's a PDF file, but no one ever shows me it. And I was looking for it, and I asked her to help me back when I was still close with her, but it's like we never found it.
It was like an old 2012 thing, I think.
Well, Doodle,
it's not relevant.
Yeah, I didn't
Doodle,
think so.
Did you find the PDF?
No, I'm just trying to tell, because Raven Sage King and Donnie, they were planning on doing a commentary on my Dear Map Hack video. And
this one.
Yeah, I got the script, and they actually bring up the CC guidelines in, like, near the end of it.
That's stupid. Okay. I can understand why that was canceled then.
It was a joy to read through the comments, though, because Renegade and Boonslayer rightfully tore them a new asshole.
I want to know why people keep bringing up a CC guidelines when I haven't been able to find a PDF anywhere, even dating back to 2012.
Well, who would have it? Like Hobbs or who's that guy?
I don't know.
Probably,
that guy who used waffles as an avatar brought up there being a CC guidelines. Yeah, MacBoy Redux. He brought it up way back in like 2011, but I haven't been able to find any proof of its existence.
Because in 2011 and 2012, they were trying so desperately to push a rule book onto the CC.
See, I want to document this, and I want to make a video talking about people trying to set guidelines for commentaries and why I think it's dumb.
Would
but I can never find.
Well,
I can never find
maybe.
its existence. It's like a holy grail to me. Because it's like these people are so fucking autistic. These people are so fucking dictators, so much dictators that they thought they could honestly set guidelines to the CC. That a bunch of egotistical assholes who spend their days nitpicking would listen to them, of all people. It amazes me, and I want to have proof of its existence before I make a video talking about it. And I honestly feel like that people nowadays are still trying to set up guidelines and shit. And I think it's honestly retarded. I don't know why you would need guidelines in the CC. Well, the main point should be debunk their points. That's it. Yeah. That's all you gotta do. Debunk their points and make sure your presentation doesn't look like a potato. That's it.
The only thing I could really say, if there were guidelines, I'd have to say they'd be like very subjective to one person. I mean, if I can use myself for an example, like I don't like using insult comedy, but I don't push that onto anyone else. I mean, it's something like that, like your self-imposed guidelines, like your own set of standards. That's what I see, but you don't want to push that onto other people.
See, I have standards too. Yeah. One of my own guidelines is I never hit anything Pokemon. And that's an obvious one. I never, ever hit anything Pokemon. Foxwell sent me, like, some fucking Pokemon shit, and I'm like, no.
I remember when I was in Fox, and they're like, oh, here's an option. This is a PokeTuber. Here's another option. That's another PokeTuber.
Oh, yeah, I addressed that.
People were Pokemon-related, Anthony, if I remember correctly.
What?
And you had me do it, one of them for you.
Who was it?
Verlicify.
Oh, that's
no. You found Verlicify, buddy.
Verlicify.
I had you came along.
You wanted when that Banjo-Kazooie stuff came, and you asked me to do that on your How Not to Run.
I thought you asked to come along for that one.
You can't fuck up Verlicify. If someone fucked up a commentary on Verlicify, they honestly
it happened.
Somebody will.
No, it happened.
Boonslayer did a video on it.
And he failed?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, someone failed.
Boone did a video on someone who failed.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say Boone failed. He's usually pretty reliable.
I'm like, who's the commentator that fucked that up? Oh, I don't even know that.
Commentator? I don't know what he is right now.
But yeah, Doodle, I'm still insisting that if me and you can work things out and at least be back on talking grounds, maybe we can start to repair some of this bullshit that people have established, that we're at next ends and that the alt CC, there's like a divide in the CC. Because to be honest, I don't want the divide in the CC to continue into 2018. It's getting to the point to where it in itself is autistic. It's like we've gotten to the point to where the people defending me are fucking Blaze of Arcana.
Oh.
And fucking burn the Bible.
Yeah, no, what was it? Fucking Dustin did a video on my worst of list, and I looked in the comment section, and I just see, like, fucking Megatron, DBZ TV, Night Tie-Dye, and Obscurian.
Megatron, he's been trying to get advice from me, and he said he's going to do another video on you. And my only advice is supposed to come out today.
Yeah, he did.
Did he take my one advice? My one advice was drop your emotional issues with Doodle. I don't want to hear you talk about how you're offended by Doodle. I don't want to hear that. He did it again, didn't he?
Found it. Let's take a look.
That was something interesting when I saw from
sometimes
in the
comments. I legit
God.
feel like a supervillain, and I'm like, I'm surrounded by idiots.
So now you know how it feels like to be FNGR. Good man.
Or DoodleTones.
Or Manga
these people. I don't want to say no to them. When they ask for help, I don't want to say no to them. But then they keep doing stupid shit. And I'm like, this has to be how Doodle feels sometimes. It's like I don't want to say no to help.
I can straight up name drop Joshua Colby House.
Yeah, I told you before. I told you this before. I'm like, Joshua is not worth your time. But for some reason, you thought he was.
Okay, here it is. He did a quickie on DoodleTones' worst commentaries.
We all fuck up.
Sometimes trying's not enough.
You should have took my advice on that one, because I've been in the Sonic fan base for 7 years. So it's like,
Dylan,
I know this.
You fuck. Who's that one commentator that fucked you over that everybody gives a chance to, but he sucks? The Skull guy, the Potato guy, the Irrelevant guy.
Logical Reaper.
Yeah, Logical Reaper. Look, yeah, we all fuck up. We all have our Logical Reapers.
I hate that a Logical Reaper fucked me over in such a way to where it's... I don't even like that a Logical Reaper is credited for fucking me over. Because what he did was, he put MegaDoop into a chat randomly without asking me. And then when I removed MegaDoop from the chat and said, fuck you, that's why, he gave that information to MegaDoop, and MegaDoop was able to pull an appeal to where it's like, Dylan, remove me from the chat because he's too biased to talk to me. I'm like, no, you just didn't need to be in the chat.
How do you feel knowing that he's now one of your kiss-ups?
Wow.
MegaDoop.
MegaDoop?
MegaDoop is a flip flopper. Who cares?
Just saying this. I know this is being recorded, and this is probably gonna get out. I don't think MegaDoop's on my side. He's on my side because he thinks I'm winning.
Yeah.
That's it.
No one trusts you, MegaDoop.
Whoever side is winning, MegaDoop will flip to them.
How about you, Doodle? Do you like MegaDoop? We could all throw him under the bus right now.
If you suddenly
I've already straight up said that I thought MegaDoop has lost his goddamn mind. I have said that publicly a few times.
Did you see him vandalize the wiki?
If you made a video owning me, Doodle, he would instantly flip back to you.
Yeah. You guys should check out my Discord.
Are we talking about MegaDoop, or are we talking about Blaze the Movie Fan?
Blaze the Movie Fan has no side in general. Blaze the Movie Fan isn't a
Oh, do not get me started on his video on Ryan. Holy shit.
I haven't watched that. Is that really good fucking material?
I'm planning on covering it. Apparently, in Jonah's group, a couple of them are planning on doing it.
I actually wanted to pitch this idea. I actually wanted to pitch this idea to everybody.
All right.
The main way I think that we could try fixing the CC is have live streams where we get into a chat like this and just talk shit on it.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Sure,
just talk shit on it. Just talk shit. All the people that these fucking idiots suck up to are calling them fucking retarded.
I get the logic behind that, but I don't know if that's the greatest idea. At least not
one way. It's one way.
I'm tired of being transparent with these people. I don't care if they know I think they're a retard.
There's certainly logic there. I can see the logic, but I don't know how well that would go through.
Well, okay, let's put it this way. Hold it. Let's put it this way, Doodle. You said you wanted to turn over a new leaf for New Year's. I'm not saying it's a good leaf, but it's a new one. Tell me that isn't some FNGR advice.
We could honestly usher in a new age of us checking each other's back, because they know if they do something stupid, they're gonna get on the next live stream. That's it. It's honestly stealing for no good reasons how not to bro.
I was about to say how not to commentate. Here it comes, baby.
Not to commentate.
And it may not do it in the long run, but we'll never know until we try.
Yeah.
I mean, FNGR's How Not to Brony series doesn't really have any standards anyway, but...
okay. All right. You know what? Hold it. I want to be fair. I want to be fair to Doodle. When I covered Doodle the first time, I'm surprised Dillon never called me out for it. Doodle is wrong because Skihound and Dillon told me so. Nobody called me out on that. Nobody.
I didn't watch your video.
Okay, fuck it.
Well, no. What I was originally saying when it comes to like How Not to Brony has no standards is the fact that he has put me on How Not to Brony when I'm not even a brony.
You've had a pony OC. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
I've seen you cover episodes.
Weren't me in Ski in King of Limbo where we actually did talk about shit, and I did call him out for leaking those screenshots, and I said I didn't agree with it.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with it.
Yeah.
But Dorkscythe was not gonna pass up not using that shit. He's gonna fucking use it.
Oh, no.
I was so confused when fucking goddamn who was it? Chambers of My Heart floated me those screenshots from fucking
I'm gonna
Ski
say this
floating
now.
the Doodle shit, and I was like, what? Why are you giving this to me?
The main problem with the alt CC is, and that's what I would want to fix with this live stream if we end up doing it, or podcast, whatever you want to say, so there can be at least some moderation to editing this shit. I think the main thing I would want to change from the alt CC is drop the spitefulness and drop the seriousness. There's no reason to be serious about this. We're a bunch of fucking losers on the internet making videos about other losers doing top 10s on Pokemon.
You know, this is gonna bother you.
Actually,
no, hold it. You know what's gonna bother you about that, Dillon?
What?
Ryan said some shit like, they were a bunch of goofballs. I don't know why people are taking...
No, we're not goofballs. This isn't fucking backyard baseball. We're a bunch of fucking autists.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
fine.
isn't backyard baseball. We're a bunch of fucking nitpickers on the internet making fun of terrible Pokemon videos. We're a bunch of fucking retards. Why should we take ourselves seriously?
I'm
Only contribution is conversation, everybody.
I'm a fucking retard who makes videos whining about people who are upset over kinks. That's what I fucking do. That's my life.
Anthony,
What?
you're gonna make this into a meme?
Which one?
Everything that Dillon just said.
I don't know.
Everything I say is a fucking meme because I don't know why people take me seriously.
You were saying Doodle?
No, no, Dillon. That thing that I brought up earlier, how I was doing basically like a kind of event script on Foxwell and you. I actually bring something like that up.
That's
word
why,
for word.
that's why I don't like that me and you argue, because me and you see a lot of things eye to eye.
Yeah, no, just to read off the script, what is it? Foxwell has some text on the bottom of the screen asking, where does maturity have any seat in what we do? And I'm just like, honestly, that would have been the better interjection here. As simply put, yeah, Jonah, where does maturity play a factor in the commentaries? We're in the same community where we joke about killing ourselves just so we can go to a place called Kill Land. We constantly argue about Pokemon, and at this time and place in the conversation is my distaste for a level in a video game. I like being in the community, but let's be honest, we're not exactly professionals.
That's what I hate. That's what I hate about these people who are hyping me up. They're thinking I'm some type of pseudo-intellectual. Like I fucking huff my own farts and I know everything. It's like, no. I have the basic understanding of shit that I Googled.
I'll be honest with you.
Googled.
When I first hit you, that's the impression I got. I was like, oh Jesus, this.
I tell people this all the time. I give them my sources. I'm like, I got this shit off Google. It's actually factual, and it does have real research behind it. But I did the minimum amount of effort researching it, and you could.
Guys, use Professor Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I try not to use Wikipedia.
Well, you go to the sources from Wikipedia, so you get a better citation.
No, I hardly ever cite Wikipedia. The only time I cited Wikipedia is when Clown Dude was asking me, where did you get the translations for the Quran? I'm like, here, Wikipedia. I'm not gonna spend my time translating the Quran.
Where's that Game Boy game, the Quran?
And I can't tell him I learned shit about the Quran in high school, because I don't even think my high school was supposed to be teaching us about the Quran.
Rip.
Well, it could be worse, Dylan. They could have put up posters, it's okay to be white.
Oh no.
I was going to make a video on that and just complete troll face and see how many people say I was racist, but I never got around to it.
Well, then again, Dylan, your school is doing way more than what mine does. Fucking sucks.
Hi, Becca.
Hi.
Doodle's here.
I see that. Hello.
Hello.
If you hear any sneezing, that's a kitten on my desk.
Pyro Kitty.
But see, Doodle, this is the main thing that I hated about being your opposition is I don't want to be your opposition because we agree on a lot of shit. I just want edgelords to have the right to be edgelords.
Honestly, Dylan, if I could interject for a quick second, I'm sorry if Doodle was about to say something, but one thing that I think that would help out a lot more is if we didn't have arguments over Twitter all the goddamn time.
Oh,
Twitter is the worst place to have an argument.
I
think having maybe a podcast or maybe something like that where everyone can be like out in the open and it can be recorded, and so that way it's not behind closed doors and people can be open about it.
We can snap the name Dillon off of this and start up the commentators lounge.
Well, tell you. Well, no, hold it. Here's an idea. How about on like Friday, we pull out like 5 videos from the commentary community. You vote on it. That's the one that the podcast is going to be on. Monday we have the fucking podcast. Boom.
I say we could go full DHT live and just randomly talk about everything that happened in that week.
It's like welcome to the.
Well, I wanted to give people time to watch it all, basically, because it's a homework lesson.
But
homework? Come on, man.
This doesn't have to happen. I'm just saying it'd be a good idea if we all got together and just started ripping this shit. Because instead of making videos where we fucking get on to fucking Dragon for calling people fucking he and shit, we could have just sat down, watched his video, and actually ripped it a new one, being like, oh wow.
Oh, you mean like Griffin's Bar?
I go this edgy since Dark Side. It's like, come on.
Hey, Common, you had your bite, it's my turn.
The show was after that live stream commentary worked out wonders.
Yeah. I like the idea editing. Cuts back on some of the bullshit and fixes the audio levels.
And as failed as the live stream may have been, and I'll give you the right to say that the Doodle debate was failed, Doodle. I did have positive intentions with it, and this is the very similar intentions. People are constantly coming up to me talking shit behind your back. I don't want it to be behind your back. I want you to have the right to know what these people think of you, including myself, at a fucking notice.
I was thinking of that Megatron guy, because he shows up in Doodle's comment section and says, oh yeah, you got me really good, goes back to a different chat,
I don't think you realized
fuck
at
her.
the time how many people would come up to me behind your back and just talk shit on you. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable talking shit on someone behind their back. I'm the type of person that says it to their face. I don't like that. I don't like being fucking conniving like that.
Yeah.
It feels skeevy to me. It really does. It feels fucking pathetic.
I tried telling
him. Behind someone.
I was about to say, the minute you said conniving and skeeving, you reminded. I was like, oh, and you trusted Foxwell.
Oh, no.
I don't trust Foxwell.
I tried telling
don't
you.
know Foxwell. People keep. This is what I don't like. These people know that I'm talking to these people and I'm being nice to these people, and then they assume I'm friends with them. I've told people this about you, Anthony. I'm not friends with you. I'm talking to you, and I don't care if you get offended right now. I'm not friends with you. I'm talking to you.
Just need to respond.
Oh no, Dylan, you've broken his heart.
I think you killed him. You killed him.
Even if I don't like someone,
Okay.
even if I necessarily wouldn't agree with them, I still give them the respect to talk to them and hear them out and at least try to be friendly with them.
Oh, Jesus.
And you make me laugh a lot, and I do like you as a person, but it's really hard for me to call anyone friend.
So, wait, were you saying that to Doodle or me?
No, you.
Oh, well, I'll take that's better. Well, that's better than a friend. Fuck. I was like, oh my god, Dylan actually said something nice about me. I must have dropped
Doodle
dead.
became my friend because she talked about video games and comic books.
Okay.
It's a very shallow friendship.
Yes.
More shallow than the one with just a robot, or
I'll be honest with you, Dylan.
Me and just a robot weren't friends.
there we go.
Fucking fight. I'm tired of that fucking rumor.
Okay.
Okay, we'll start a new one. We'll
You
see
know-
your game.
you know-
Is that better?
You know what the one conversation me and him had was?
What?
He quit. He quit the call because he was having a death battle about Superman, and I asked him, could Sabrina the Teenage Witch kill Superman? And he rage quit the call because he didn't want to fucking talk about if her magic broomstick could kill him.
Well, it's more magical attacks that do damage to him, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, her broomstick is magical. I want to know.
Well, she could shove it up his ass.
If
so-
she went
I like
and the
that, though.
Vampire Slayer, could she stake?
How fucking goddamn long was that conversation going? I mean,
It was for a few hours.
oh, then
and
if that
every
was
time
if that
I
was the
fucking
last
it.
straw, I don't blame him because sometimes you're just not in the mood for any more bullshit. This call's been
Oh,
going
yeah.
for a long time. If anyone rage quit at this point, I wouldn't hold them. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, like I remember Jar and I having a 3-hour conversation about like politics and stuff like that. It was actually a pretty good
Oh
conversation.
yeah. Me and Jar are cool with politics, and when he does get in political talks, I do like him. But I don't think me and Jar are friends. We're friendly. Like
Right.
I don't talk to
Oh, yeah.
him enough to consider him a friend. But people hype it up like I have this fucking Illuminati with him and Dorkscythe. It's like fucking here's how it was with me and Darkscythe. Darkscythe would appear 1 week out of every month, talk to us, get in a fucking podcast, bullshit around, and then he'd disappear. Disappear for long periods of time. I was not friends with Darkscythe. I could say I was semi-cool with abortion. I could say I was friends with XAM, but I can't say I was friends with Darkscythe because I didn't talk to Darkscythe that often.
All right.
I remember at the time it was in the alt chat. He wasn't even there at all.
There was so many myths going around about the
Okay,
old
hold
CC
it,
saying
hold it.
that we were organizing shit. We were very unorganized.
There's a problem with that. That's not going to be a universal perception, Dylan. Like for example, in the Bernie fandom, you'll sometimes talk to one of your friends once a month, or maybe 3-4 times a year. So
If
when
you're a friend, you're in my chat.
okay,
If you're a friend, you're in my chat. You're in my main call chat.
okay,
If I see you as a friend, I'm keeping you close because I appreciate my friends. And I guess you consider yourself a friend, Anthony, because you're in one of my chats. You're not in the main one, but you're in the side one.
Well-
so close enough.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
getting there.
well, okay. let's put it this way, Dylan.
Okay.
I don't hate you.
The way I see it is, if I find someone to the point to where they're not extremely annoying,
Yeah,
they're in my main.
like Kurome. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know how I'm there, but you know.
Rome is a dipshit. But I like that.
Yeah, Meg
Gotta
over
have
here.
Kuro memes.
Kurome, he does stupid shit that pisses me off constantly, but I appreciate.
It's like 3 people I know
Just me in a
that's
nutshell. I
named Kuro
piss off
now.
everybody.
Kurome, Kurovier, and this and another guy.
Oh my fucking penguins! I hate you.
You
And
keep
when it
bringing
came-
penguins to me.
When it came to Doodle, even when it came to Doodle, even with all the shit we spouted, even with all the fucking disputes we had, I would still want to be friends because
Oh, Dylan, every
like
time you
being-
badmouth Doodle, I knew that. You've never fooled
Yeah.
me for a minute. You wanted to be friends with Doodle. I was like, I guarantee if Doodle came back and said, let's be chill, Dylan would come running.
Oh no.
it's because I'm not a spiteful person in nature. I don't like holding on to this shit. But if I have no other option to talk about or work things out, I'm forced to hold up that part of the fucking part of the relationship. I'm
well,
forced
according to
hold up
YouTube, dude,
my
that's
sword.
blackmail him. His opinion.
It's not blackmail. I'm like, can we at least talk? We don't have to be friends, but we need to at least have verbal dialogue. Because texting, I never get to actually express myself with texting. I don't get to be a sarcastic asshole in text. But even when me and Doodle were fighting, I still hopped into Defender. Remember, Doodle, when you were having that live stream and the fucking Big Mac was ruining the argument of that guy where it was like talking about is drawn shit pedophilia? And I hopped in to defend you anyway.
Legally, state by state. That's your answer.
I'm like.
Really? I actually didn't know that.
Lolicon is
Canada.
illegal in some
Canada.
United States. Yes.
In Canada,
different
it's
provinces.
illegal.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
In Canada, it's illegal, all right.
Good.
But fucking. What my point is, and this is the same point that Doodle ended up holding to. If there's no victim, there's no crime. And because they're hand-drawn characters, there's no victim. So why should I care what you whack off to? Why should I care?
Valid point.
If no real
That's
children are
basically-
getting hurt, I don't care.
Except Shadman because of his art of the child streaming.
I think people need to grow a pair. It's like if this fucking weirdo wants to draw a kid getting fucked, it's bad. It's bad, and I don't like it. But I'm not going to fucking shame.
You got me sad, Dylan. The guy who made Rurouni Kenshin got arrested for child pornography.
Yep.
See, that's the thing, though. You have to be sure you're in a state that allows that shit.
And also, the whole thing with Shadman is like it wasn't even a fictional streamer. This was a real child streamer, and he made lewd art.
Didn't you also do one of what is it, Lieutenant Corbus?
I don't know. Like I just heard about the whole child streaming thing.
Personally, I don't feel like they should be arrested for it. Because there's no victim to the crime. But if you're in a state that doesn't allow it and you do it anyway, you're asking for it.
Right.
You're fucking asking for
Well,
it. Go to a state where you can.
Do you want to give me...
shit.
Here, let me give you an example. Let's say two 16-year-olds have sex together. Would you call that pedophilia?
I'm in Oklahoma, so no. It's
Okay,
not
no, hold up. Now, this is just an example of like how the law is wonky. Now, tape that. They tape it. That's child porn in any
I know,
state.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love those standards, but in Oklahoma, if you're 16 and your parents don't disapprove, you can have sex.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
That's the thing about Oklahoma. Not only do you get wrecked by law, you get wrecked by tornadoes.
Yeah, we're too worried about tornado to fucking worry about age of consent.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
At least you have an excuse. The UK doesn't have any.
Well,
We're just like, fuck it. We don't care anymore.
Turn weird.
You're fucking wasted. It's
Well, you're in the UK. What's the Sharia law?
Oh no.
Is this Sharia law in the UK? I don't know.
Well, UK is already kind of screwed up anyways.
No, Dylan doesn't like Muslims. How dare you?
He doesn't like his boozlums.
He's Islamophobic.
Hey, I'm Catholic. I don't have to argue the logic of it.
I was gonna say something in rebuttal to that, Dylan, but I forgot. We're talking to a neo-Nazi.
Woo!
No.
That's why I want to be Dylan's friend so badly, but I'm not white enough.
Oh no!
He's white.
See, that's what happened with abortion. Abortion wasn't cool enough to hang out with the white kids club with me and Dark Side. Unfortunately, abortion was Arab. It just that doesn't check out.
Oh Jesus!
Hey, Anthony, this is completely unrelated, but since I got you here, do you have a picture of your avatar or your changeling persona from the right side with the bulging eye pointing towards the camera?
They're all the same kind of way, I think.
God damn it!
You could ask Kichi. Maybe she can make it for you.
No, I'm drawing an animation. I just need a reference.
Oh, okay.
Another thing I can appreciate with Doodle is she at least can rewatch her videos like I do and then talk shit on them. Like, if you can't rewatch your own,
that's not hard for me at all.
Insult them, it's like, come on. I was rewatching one of my live streams the other day. I don't remember what the context was or why I was watching it, but I was talking to Kurome. I'm like, wow, I say some terribly racist stuff. If anybody took my live streams and actually to point out that I'm a real racist, they could. They could. And I'd have no defense against it because I'm like, yeah, I said that shit.
Slow claps for Dylan. Slow claps.
Yeah, no, I'm
only
a fucking
defense.
idiot in my videos.
My only defense would be I fucked a black girl once, and that's not a good defense.
Oh my god.
Once, because he did that, and he's like, ugh, I'm never doing that again. I need a bath.
Oh my god.
I dated a Hispanic girl. I dated a Hispanic girl for 4 months. That means I'm not racist, guys.
I was about
me.
to say, after you
Wait.
after you banged the black girl, did your dancing get a lot better? No, I didn't think so.
I love that this is probably going to be edited down and put into a video on fucking how not to brony and shit.
Did your vertical jump improve, Dylan?
Okay, if he did that, it would be like a 2-hour episode.
I could put it at the end.
This is going to be something. I know it is. For no good reason, the second he asked me for the right to record, I'm like, he's going to do
I was like, my game plan was to ask Dylan first, but as soon as I got Doodle, I was like, oh, Dylan better not fuck me on this.
You should have known. You should have known. The second Doodle wasn't trying to strangle me, I was going to end up trying to be friends with him. You should have fucking known.
Yeah, no, what was it? The fucking Ski Hound recording literally was because I was arguing with your friend in the call, and I got tired of him contradicting and lying, and all of a sudden you started talking about Ski Hound.
Oh, you knew. I fucking, when it came to that fucking idiot, who was it that kept contradicting themselves? I'm like,
I thought it was Flutter, but no,
it wasn't Flutter. I don't remember who it was, but I called them out too with you. Yeah. I'm like, God, this is fucking terrible. You're making me look bad.
And then you started after I had secretly hit record to win the argument, the conversation got like super juicy. I was like, please don't say no. And I waited like a year, and then I saw fucking Berg like, I'm going to explain why Ski Hound left. I'm like, no, this isn't why. What the fuck are you on?
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was, but like everybody around me who said that, everyone around me who fucking participated in this crusade against the CC, most of them are fucking idiots, especially abortion. I don't even want to start with abortion. Fucking people act like I'm friends. People act like I'm friends with that idiot. People honestly acted like I was friends with him, and it's like, no, I'm not. This guy is an actual neo-Nazi. He's a real neo-Nazi, and he can't even fucking find the humor in that he's a neo-Nazi and Arab.
Like, you look great today. You're a neo-Nazi.
I knew the only reason why he sucked up to me was because he thought I was white, and I'm not white. I'm fucking Native American mixed.
He's Caucasian.
Now I suddenly feel better. You don't want to be my friend. Kidding.
Like, this is the fucking best part, and don't play the part that I said I'm not white, because I'm keeping that secret to myself. Okay. I want all these people like Guru to assume I'm white, assume I'm racist, and just go with that, rather than asking me my political thoughts. Because like they think I'm white, and I'm trying to white explain to them, and it's like, I'm not even white, you fucking idiot. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play the role. I'm gonna play the role because it's fucking hilarious, but I don't consider myself white. Because I don't look white. Like, the one time I turned on my fucking camera, everyone's like, wow, Dylan's a Mexican?
Don't you insult my people like that? Jesus.
Everyone in my chat started fucking calling me a Mexican. The one time I turned on my camera on a live stream, I'm like, God, you guys are ruining it.
Kamen, what did you say he was? He was a Shitawa?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know what tribes I am. I'm a bunch of fucking tribes. I'm a mixed breed, through and through.
I know Oki's a Seminole, but
yeah, I haven't heard much about Oki now.
This conversation has been fun.
I haven't spoken to Oki in forever.
Yeah, well, everybody always asks. Like,
is Okizuma dead?
Is he still dating Agen? I hope, maybe.
I think he is.
Yeah. Whatever makes Agen happy. Yeah.
I wish he would have done more videos with Ryan in that Armored Skeptic persona.
No, that was funny. I was around.
Good times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't put this in the fucking recording, but Doodle, Jorm is reinventing himself, and he's gonna have a Skepticlone, and I love it. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I really hope he gets past his shortcomings and really improves himself. Because that's what I've been doing, Doodle, for the past year. The commentators that have been ostracized from the community, I've been picking them up and helping them find their stride.
Excellent.
They feel like they have no one to turn to, and I at least try to help them. Especially Dustin. Dustin has come so far, and he really didn't even want to go back in the commentaries because he was afraid. He was afraid of being fucking bandwagon.
He keeps linking me his commentaries, I've noticed.
I'm like, you can't be afraid, dude. Just speak your mind, and if what you're saying is factual, don't care what they say about you. Right. If you have logic on your side, you don't have to worry what videos they make in response.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
You kind of just have to take that attitude eventually.
And that's what I've come to. Like, I don't care anymore if I get, 100 fucking videos done on me. Like, we were watching a video of this fucking weirdo making a full-on Spurg fest on me yesterday, where he said I was a Sonic abuser and shit. And I was just laughing my ass off. I've gotten to the point where if people are insulting me, I'm laughing about it. I've gone full Mr. Medicare levels of not giving a shit anymore about YouTube.
You can only handle so much shit before
real.
you decide to just say screw it.
Hasn't Sargon been like that lately?
Yeah, the illusion is ruined for me. I no longer see myself as an intellectual. I only see myself as a shitlord surrounded by other shitlords.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best approach to have. When you quit taking yourself seriously, you'll realize that you're going to have fun with YouTube again. And I have fun with YouTube. My fucking guru video, despite how painful it was to make it, I had fun.
Yeah, you gotta have that self-awareness, otherwise you're not gonna get yourself anywhere.
Honestly, when I left the CC, I started feeling that same way too. Like, I finally started having fun again. I was like, yay, finally, making videos and I actually feel good about it.
The second we quit caring about what reputation we have set by a community of people who are no better than us, no better, no worse than us, that's when we'll realize that all this is bullshit. We're all holding ourselves up to some fucking stupid standard that we don't need to hold ourselves to.
We are all better than Smartass Burb, to be honest, though.
I don't see myself.
I don't think I said the story, but like, here's something kind of funny.
I don't see myself being better than Smartass Burb.
I haven't ripped off anybody for $2,000. I'm better than
Okay,
I know,
I got a funny story for you guys, because I was used to be in Tom's server.
I don't see myself better than Smartass Burb.
Okay,
but
like, so I was talking to him a while back, because before he started kicking everybody out who wasn't his patron. Anyway, I was in Tom's, or Burb's, Discord group. I was talking shit about him publicly, and then in the chat, because the idiot didn't remove me yet, he was like, oh, this guy is talking shit about me. It's like, oh, well, like, that's another person. It's not Midnight. I'm like, bitch, I'm the same person. Are you this stupid?
That's why I want to return to the CC. I want it to be like how the reasonable skeptics, like fucking Sargon of Akkad, that's the main person I take influence from, by the way.
Right.
That Sargon of Akkad, if someone in his own community calls him out, he just fucking responds to it, he's civil about it, and then that's it. There's no fucking hate mob. There's no fucking 7-month feud between him and people. It's just, I disagree with you. I think you're dumb, and that's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want that to return to the CC. That's what I want for the CC. For us to be able to say and do what we want to without the fear of a lynch mob.
Oh yeah, I get that.
And that's what it's become. If you make a video calling out Dillon, there's a lynch mob. If you make a video calling out Doodle, there's a lynch mob. It just depends on which side the mob is coming from. And that's what it's become. Yeah. I can't even like the people that are kissing my ass. I don't like them. Like, you think I like fucking Burn the Bible XD?
Yeah.
I don't fucking like this person. Like, I've called out Doodle ass kissers for over a year. You think I'm gonna fucking support you kissing my ass?
Exactly.
Hey, I already have a series that address my fans and keep them in line.
I understand having fans, and to be honest, the fans are the people who just comment. The fucking fanboys are the people who take fights to Twitter. People who fucking take this shit to Twitter. And fucking, I hate that Megatron guy openly said that I was his inspiration. Because it makes me feel responsible for his shit. It makes me feel responsible for the stupid shit that he's saying. Because it's my arguments in the end of the day. At the end of the day, he took my arguments and misrepresented them to make himself look stupid. So I feel responsible for it.
Always talk about having fans, and then I come to the realization I have none.
Am I good to stop this recording? Good lord.
Yeah, you can.